There are lots of ways to get bamboozled. Spending hours and a gazillion dollars online buying bullion is one of them. Invest less time and money in a simple environment focused on discretion, service, and value. Shop at ProvidentMetals.com, the people's bullion dealer.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning in to AMTV Alternative Media Television. So we've had a tremendous amount in the news over the weekend. Not only do we have an EBT debit card, food stamp, digital equivalent shutdown, where many people in over 15 states had to leave their grocery carts full of food, full of items at their local Walmart or other big box store, not knowing if they were going to be able to feed their family. This was called a glitch by the Obama administration. I wonder if they're going to call it a glitch when an EMP destroys and shuts down our entire financial system and every single debit card or credit card or American Express card doesn't work and all of America can't buy food. A lot of people suspect, at least informed people suspect, that this was a dry run to gauge the response from the people and to see what kind of panic might ensue in this type of shutdown experience. Now, in addition to that, not only have we had very underreported but high-profile reports coming from leakers, and we know how the federal government and the mainstream media loves to destroy leakers. People like Edward Snowden, reports coming that a black ops weapon transfer, this came out a few weeks ago, that there's been a transfer of nuclear warheads out of Texas into South Carolina. Now, this came on the heels of comments from Senator Lindsey Graham, who was strangely and peculiarly warning the American people of a catastrophic nuclear attack here in the United States and the harbor of South Carolina, or the equivalent of an American city. He also warned that if the United States and the Obama administration did not act definitively on Syria, that within 6 months Iran and Israel would be engaged in a full-scale war over Iran's nuclear program. We had two generals. We had a two-star general and another very high-profile figure, not sure if the second guy was a general, fired over personal misbehavior around this nuke weapons transfer, also very underreported by the mainstream media. Not to mention that we have an impending government shutdown this Thursday, October 17th, which the U.S. Treasury Department and top scumbag Wall Street banksters like Jamie Dimon have warned would be catastrophic for the United States, global economies, and the financial system around the world. It would not only officially collapse the U.S. dollar, we would enter a period where the United States was no longer paying back its debts. This would, of course, most certainly devalue our currency. This is reminiscent of what we experienced and saw with the rise of Adolf Hitler in Nazi Germany, where he took office just months after Germany defaulted on its debts, destroying its currency and creating hyperinflation for the people and creating great poverty for many at that period of time in history. History is now repeating itself in the United States of America. In addition to the EBT card dry run shutdown, reports of nuclear warhead transfer, the firing of a two-star general and another high-profile figure, we have also had very public protests coming from Sarah Palin and others in Washington protesting the shutdown of the World War II memorial, many war veterans stacking some of the barricades in front of the White House, clearly showing their anger of how they're being treated and showing their distaste for what's being pushed by the Obama administration and those that are in charge and that control him like a pawn. Now, of course, Obama is controlled by very powerful interests, whether or not you want to liken that to the banking cartel itself, the banking industry, or those that really run the world behind closed doors and behind the veil. What we need to think about is, and remember, that the federal government is in complete control of the not just the government shutdown, but their ability to raise the debt ceiling. They could just push a button, they could clearly raise the debt ceiling, and there would be no panic on Wall Street. They can blow this bubble up even further. We're more leveraged than we were pre-crisis crash 2008 when we were, in the year of 2007, around that period before we had the real estate fallout and the fallout in the stock market. So why would the elites and the powers that be driving us this direction? Why would they intentionally create a magnificent hellfire explosion in Washington that would help to promote not just a destruction of the dollar, but that could create panic in our streets and in our towns? These are the big questions that we need to ask. I need your help investigating all of these reports. It's difficult to not see that they're all connected in some way. What we do know is that we're leading up to some kind of event. We are leading up to some kind of cataclysm. Whether or not this is just an abrupt default, this is a collapse of the dollar, this is a roiling of our financial system, or it is an attack, like Senator Lindsey Graham has warned us, a nuclear event, an EMP, something that would be much bigger and much more catastrophic, to use the Treasury's own verbiage, than a simple shutdown of the EBT welfare food stamp system here in the United States. Please get this video out everywhere. I will attach all links in the description box below. Help us investigate. Send any tips to tips@amtvmedia.com. I'm Christopher Green, as always, reporting hard-hitting and in your face. Get this video out everywhere. Make it viral.